Hello, everybody. Card Dreamer here, coming at you on behalf of D Class and all things D Class related. And today I'm bringing you a very special Let's Discuss for a couple of reasons. So this is going to be the first one, which I'm very proud to announce, that is going to be multimedia format. So some of you may be listening to this on YouTube, which is traditional on D Class, or you would be listening to this to the new podcast that I've started for the discussion videos only on behalf of D Class. And I'm actually really excited about that because this makes doing discussion videos way easier for me. I found it very difficult to constantly come up with footage. Sometimes it was appropriate. Sometimes it was kind of like I just put random game videos in there while Ash and I would talk, or me and Dace from Stonebeak Productions, or whomever I had on at the time. Uh, and it was it was very hard to constantly and put it all together. And this way, I don't have to worry about it. It can be a much more chilled and relaxed environment. So I'm really excited, and this also allows people to have a variety of ways to listen. It's also special because this marks the second one I've done solo. The first one being my let's discuss about why I was giving up Destiny, which I feel like I could add a whole addendum to, but I won't. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited. I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Like, I don't know how regular this will be. I know people expect podcasts to be regular, but remember this is coinciding with the YouTube channel, so nothing's going up on one that isn't going up on the other. I am not fully 100% back on D class, but I'm back in a rhythm. I'm back in a positive flow, getting the mojo working again for the channel. So while I'm able to and wanting to, I'm putting out more content, and which I'm very happy right now. So having said that and gotten that out of the way, I want to move on to the topic of this discussion, and that is achievements have ruined my gaming. Now, for those who know me or recall a couple years ago a discussion Ash and I did about whether or not achievements in fact do ruin gaming, I had a very different stance. And to a degree, it's not that I disagree with me back then. This is more about an addiction to them, I should say. So, for those who don't know, because with the Nintendo Switch, a lot of people are gamers, but that's their main console, and they don't have achievements. So it's something you may not be aware of. But when it comes to Xbox and PlayStation, there are achievements or trophies, depending on which system you're on, that coincide with most games, if not all. And now, while PlayStation's trophy system never really latched on to me, from the day when I got it, the first day I got an Xbox 360, I was hooked on getting achievements. I loved it. Such a new thing. It was really kind of cool to be rewarded for doing different things in a game. And I like the idea, notion, and concept of it. Xbox tiers it where there's a couple of different things with this. Retail games added up to be 1,000 gamer score, whereas I think the arcade titles were 200, and then they eventually increased to 400. Uh, what it was the regulation kind of fluctuated and wasn't quite standardized in the early days. But as of right now, all titles launch with 1,000 gamer score, and then DLC can add whatever they want. I loved doing it. I loved playing a game thoroughly to get the achievements. And I thought they were a really good idea because they would also encourage me to do things in games that I was enjoying that I wouldn't necessarily think about. One example would be Lego Indiana Jones. And I know you're like, Card, a Lego? Yeah, back off. Don't judge. Okay. But one was use your whip on a female character to kiss her, pull her in and kiss her 5 times. It was cool. Like you're not even gonna think to do that, but it was kind of cool, little indie sly, a cool move, and I did it. I was like, okay. Um, the Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga had a ton of achievements like that, like kill this character with this character or do this with this character, and it was really neat. And there was reasons they were doing it, but it was just really neat to do these little alternative things. And other games uh, did things like that as well. But as I started gaming more and more, I found myself getting a little hooked on it. So not only is our games worth 1,000 points, but then as a total, your gamer score, you had an overall gamer score that added up all the achievements of all the games you played. And then people prided themselves on the 100% completions. And I got hooked on that. Man, I mean, it was like the first one I think I did was Lego Indiana Jones 2. And then even back in the early days, I was playing games if I thought they were easy just to get them in there. I did borrowed from my brother because he didn't know at the time when he bought it. He got a Spider-Man Friend or Foe for the 360, and I borrowed it from him. And it's an easy game, and I completed it. And when I had a son or have a son, and when he was a little kid back then, I we bought him some games for kids. The TMNT game that was based on the CGI movie, or Pirates of the Caribbean, or Shrek, or whatever. And I played those for the easy completions, but it wasn't that bad because I was limited to funds back then. So I was mostly investing in the games I really enjoyed, and just whatever I got that me and my wife at the time got our son. I would play those as well. So fast forward a little bit. Fast forward actually to 2012, give or take. And by then I was just full hardcore wanting to get my gamer score up. And I got a GameFly account. I don't know if anybody remembers GameFly, but it was basically a mail rental service that you could rent by mail video games, have them sent to you, keep them as long as you needed, and then you send them back and got another one on your list. And I was using that. It was fairly cheap. I think it was like $14 a month or something like that. It wasn't too bad. I was doing that and using it just to rent the easy completion games. And I was getting I did the one where I can get two games out at a time, and was probably completing 4 to 5 games a month on GameFly, in addition to whatever I was playing for fun that I owned. And it got a little out of hand, and I wasn't even really thinking about it. And I was doing games like Men in Black. I was doing other games like the CSI games, which were really easy. Lost, based on the TV series. And there was one that Dace of Stovey, my close friends know this story, and I'm ashamed of it. I really am. I have done some shameful ones for easy achievements, and the king of them all was Sesame Street Once Upon a Monster. I actually rented this from GameFly, and it was a Connect game, and I did this. And at the time, I was living with my father because I had fallen on some hard times. He was helping me, and he kind of saw me doing this, and he saw what I was playing, and I know he wanted to say something, but he did. And I managed to mostly do the entire game, and I was like, but it wasn't gonna work because I found out there was a $5 DLC for it that added 250 gamer score worth of achievements to it. I was like, no. So I actually put money, $5 out, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's still $5 out into a game I did not own just to get the achievements. And they required another person on the Connect to get him. I was like, gotta be kidding me. I tried everything I could to fake out the sensor on it for what I needed, the Connect, and it just wasn't working. So I felt like I had no choice, and I sunk to my lowest of lows. I'm sure all of you know where this is going. I went to my father and said, "Father, could you please loan me a moment of your time?" I didn't say it like that, but I was like, "Dad, I need to get these achievements. Can you help me?" He's like, "What?" Because he doesn't really know anything about modern gaming, or he didn't at the time. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get these achievements in this game, and I need another person. It won't take long. I just need another person for the Connect to recognize." He's like, "Okay," and then he realized it was Sesame Street, and he's like, "Really?" It's like, "Yes, Dad, I know, please, I know. Let's not talk about it. Let's just get this done." So he helped me get it, and to this day, it is the lowest game I feel like it's the most shameful game I have on my game completion list on my gamer score. And it was a warning sign, but but I did a good job ignoring it for a long time, for a few more years. And I found that achievement hunting was really kind of overtaking my gaming. It was overtaking the enjoyment. It was overtaking everything. When I first got a 360, it was me and my bros and my son would we little CD. We would play a lot of games online, and we have a lot of fun. The achievement addiction hadn't really kicked in per se to that extent. We were doing things like Halo 3 a lot online. We did a couple little bit of Call of Duty, and there was other games as well, Halo Wars, but we were managing to get together and have fun, and that wasn't happening. I was kind of not doing things just so I can get more achievements. I would even go, I went onto the achievement hunting websites, xboxachievements.org and True Achievements, and especially True Achievements for setting up play sessions to boost achievements. And not that I didn't mind, because I met some cool people, really nice, cool people through there. Don't get me wrong, there is a good community there, but moderation, and I was not exercising it, and it was getting to a point where, especially in recent years, money was being spent on games now that were maybe it wasn't a whole lot because I was watching sales and stuff, and if it was a couple bucks here and there, I would buy them. But money was being spent on games for easy achievements rather than being put towards games I actually wanted to play. And it wasn't even that I wasn't getting the games I wanted to play, because I was, but my backlog of the games I want to play or wanted to play is astronomical. It is ridiculous even now. Like, because I've been hoarding and doing constantly the ones that didn't matter, that I never got around to the ones that did. I missed out on so much bonding with my family and my son on that aspect. Not that I don't, please keep in mind, it's not that I don't ever talk to them or I just totally neglected my son. But I mean, there were so many more game times that I could have played with them that I didn't. Like, and part of me was actually getting angry about this. Like, it was not fun. I'd come home from work, working full time, and sink more things, just more time into games for easy achievements. And trying to couple that with doing D class, I had no time for what I wanted to do. No time. Like, for any game that I actually legitimately wanted to play. To an extent, don't get me wrong, sometimes on D class I was doing games that I wanted to do, but for a lot of games I wanted to showcase, I couldn't do them the way I wanted to play them because I would use guides or something because I wanted to get all the achievements, and I didn't want to be repetitive in my gameplay and yada. It was this big circular logic, and ultimately it ended up not playing the games I wanted to play, all because of achievements. And up until just a couple, like just last month, Little CD pointed out how like I'd done like 13 over 13,000 gamer score in a month, which for me is a crap ton. But it's nothing. I have people on my friends list who have done way more than that, so I'm not saying I'm the worst. But for me, that's up there in what little time I have available. I went from like give or take 198,000 some odd gamer score to, or excuse me, not 100, 298,000 some odd gamer score to 320,000. That's insane. That is insane. I'm at like 322,000, 323,000 right now. I feel that's crazy to do that in like a month, month and a half for me. And it's because I was focusing on all these easy achievements. I got one that I literally took me 10 minutes to do that I put out a couple bucks on. And I can't quite tell you what it was. Not that there weren't some neat aspects to it, but I didn't even play the whole game because you're able to skip here, skip there, skip there, skip here, get the achievement you need out of the way, and I didn't even play the whole game. And it's a shame that I got that way because while there's nothing wrong with playing for achievements and it can be beneficial, like I said, it was having me do things in games I never would have thought otherwise, which is fun and it was neat. And yes, because I was hunting to do some games for achievements, I found some that I actually had quite enjoyable moments with. One of being, believe it or not, I actually had decent fun playing the Pirates of the Caribbean game for the 360. Would I play it again? No, it was a one and done experience, but it was fun. It was enjoyable. Um, and there were others like that had some fun, enjoyable moments with them. And believe it or not, I think the Lego Star Wars actually got me started in the Lego franchise, and they did kind of start out for easy achievements. And I got into the Lego franchise as a whole. Like they're a lot of fun. So they're not bad things if they get you to explore and enjoy the games you're doing them with. But they're not all like that. Some of them are awful. Goodness gracious, awful for me. Or they took 2 seconds. One that I thought would be a little neat, fun, interesting was Insult Simulator, whatever it's called. It's more of a UK British style language game, so I didn't quite understand all the insults being used, so that kind of degraded that a little. But it wasn't quite as fun as I thought it would be. It was a neat concept, bad execution. Um, Ben Hur was a free game that Xbox had for a while to promote the movie, and it did that. Wasn't the worst game I ever played, but um, I did Duke Nukem 3D 20th anniversary. Didn't even play through that whole game. I just got the achievements, and honestly, that is not a game I would play. I understand people like Duke Nukem, and there's a fan base for it, and I don't know how all the games were. I played the only Duke Nukem I played was the original, which is a side scrolling platformer that spun off Commander Keen. So that's the only Duke Nukem I knew, and I know they rebooted into a first person shooter in the Doom style, kind of making fun of it, and a lot of people like that. But I never played them. I played this one just for the achievements to do what I got to do, and I won't do it. To me that was just not a good game. I did Ghostbusters based on the 2016 movie, The Females. Wasn't the worst, but it wasn't great. Goat Simulator, I could have done without, but I did it and got all paid money for all that DLC. Haunted Halloween '86, which was an NES inspired game, which they even did as I believe, a NES cart for it back when they first released it. I don't remember if it was a Kickstarter or not, but um, there's just games, Riverbound. Not that they sometimes can't be pleasantly chill or something, but these were games I'm putting time into, whether they were fun or not. That were not the main games I wanted to play, just so I could boost my gamer score. And once Little CD pointed that out and that I did this with my on the leaderboards with the gamer scores with friends, and knowing that I was getting angry that I couldn't, sometimes an easy one just wasn't easy, and I was just getting frustrated doing all this grinding for gamer score, and it's just I can't, I don't want to play like that anymore. I miss the days. It was really making me think, especially when I talk to other friends like Dace and Danny of Switch Underground, and I see my friends streaming, and they're just enjoying games for what they are. It's not about achievement hunting for them. It's they're enjoying the games for what they are. I miss those days. Back on the Super Nintendo and NES, you played the games because they were fun. The neat thing about doing things maybe that you wouldn't a person wouldn't normally do was you were trying to be creative in the game to have fun. Sometimes like in the original Super Mario Brothers, you would try to slide and turn around so it looked like you were moonwalking into a warp pipe. Or you might jump in a crazy way and try to find a shortcut. But you were trying to go think outside the box for what the game wanted as far as completion, but it was your own fun. It wasn't because an achievement told you to do it and you look up a guide to find out how to do it. I miss those days. I really do. And RPGs, let me tell you, that's probably one of the biggest reasons I put off a lot of the role playing games that I bought. Not that I don't want to play them, because I love the concept of RPGs and I love the stories, and I like the look of a lot of them, and the gameplay is so good. But I don't really get that far into them because it's like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do this? I want to look this up. I don't want to miss this achievement. I want to be able to say 1,000 of these things. And now I missed out on playing all these great opportunities, for these games that back in the day, Super Nintendo again. Secret of Mana is one of my favorite games back then. There was no achievements. I played it. I completed it. And I even maxed out every character's level and their weapon and spell abilities because it was fun. Because I enjoyed being that powerful and doing these things, and I was doing it my way. Whereas as opposed to following a guide, trying to get these things. And when I think back to that, I really miss those times. It's kind of made me envious and appreciate the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo in general because they don't have achievements. You can still have a system where you're not pressured by that. You're not even tempted for that because they're just not there. It's a little bit of old school that Nintendo has held on to, and I kind of hope they always do. So I'm not here trying to tell people not to do achievements. I'm just here to tell people my what it's done to me, and obviously moderation is what's needed. Um, the addiction to, like, every time hearing that popping sound when the achievement popped and doing this and watching the score go up, it got way too addicting, and I need to back off. That isn't to say I'm not gonna go for achievements, but I'm not gonna buy games for them anymore. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put off the games that I enjoy because of it. Right now, I'm finally getting the Shadow of War middle, for the Xbox One. Finally, that game's been out for a long time. I'm just now getting to it, and yes, I'm going for the achievements for it. But it's going for the achievements for it my way, having fun with a game that I've been wanting to play. See, I'm no longer missing out on the fun of it. And that's the key. I'm loving it. I'm taking screenshots and making up little blurbs and stories and posting them on Twitter for people. I'm having fun. Um, Fighting games I just sucked at, so I just know I can't go for achievements on those. So I'm having fun just posting clips of those. This is what I'm talking about. Getting back to gaming how it was meant to be, fun. So I'm excited for that. I'm passionate about gaming. I think that's kind of why I'm able to come back to D class now. and not feel so quite as burnt out because I'm doing for fun now. Um, just recorded a let's play for Streets of Rage 4, and the first episode's out, and the second one will be out um, pretty soon. And I didn't worry about the achievements. I don't even know what the achievement list was. I still don't have it memorized or anything like that. I may have glanced at it after I beat it the first time, but like I don't care. I just had fun playing the game, and that's what I miss. That's what gaming should always be about. So I want hope people can take away from this and understand like don't make it your priority with gaming. And I know there's people out there who that's what they love. And if you that's what you just like and you're not really per se about the game, but you like seeing your game score go and you like playing games for that reason, just for the gamer score and not because you're not if you're playing Men in Black because you want the achievements and you're having fun doing it, not because it's Men in Black, but because you're getting the achievements, or if you're having fun playing this game for the achievements, not because it's that game, fine. That's fine if that's your fun. I know there's people out there who have over a million gamer score. To me, is nuts. It's nuts. But for those who might be like me in that boat and they're trying to get their gamer score up, but they're trying to keep somewhat of a completion percentage going. Just please do yourself a favor. Don't. If it's a game you're enjoying and you want 100% it because it's a game you enjoy and you want the time in and dedication, I respect that and understand that. But don't buy games that you have and rent games or however you do it. Don't do it for just the easy achievements because you're going to take time away from things that are more fun or mean more. I mean, I can't tell you, like I said, I know I missed out on game sessions with Little CD and my brothers when it came to like Halo 4, Halo 5. And some people may say those aren't very good, but you miss what I'm saying. You're missing the point is like there are things I could have done with them that I haven't yeah, I have yet to play Halo 4 or Halo 5. And I love the Halo series. And it's why? Because I got hooked on doing achievements and not playing games. And it sucks. It sucks. But I wanted to share that with people because obviously I'm older now, and even though it's only been a few years since I made that discussion with Ash initially, I just you can feel two different ways about something, but realize where the more important way lies. Like I said, I don't know if I would say achievements ruin gaming, but I could say if your addiction for achievements can definitely ruin gaming, and that is what ruined it for me. Not the achievements myself or themselves, but my addiction for it. And I'm saying that like it's AA or something, but I mean, really, it was just getting hooked on that feeling of constantly getting completions, and it stinks. Um, so I just wanted to share that with everybody. It's a more serious discussion, but I hope there was a little fun laughs, like talking about Sesame Street and stuff. And like I said, I'm not giving it up completely. I'm going to go for achievements in games I enjoy and want to play. I'm not going to sit here and just worry about games that I had no interest in because it's achievements. But I do want to take the time to thank everybody who listened. I hope it's been an enjoyable conversation and discussion with you guys and made you think about the way you're gaming. Because I know there's a trophy hunters out there on PlayStation just as much as there are for Xbox. And just like I said, do you, don't worry about them. But thank you all for watching or listening, however you chose to listen to this. And until next time, I'm Car Dreamer of D Class, and you either watch this on the YouTube channel of D Class or our new podcast, which I'm very grateful for. And until next time, stay evil.